The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi everyone, Ron here at Ablesys. Welcome to the webinar. We'll go over the different Able trend signals, take a look at some all the different charts, all the different signals from today and recently, and we'll see what it says. Compare it to your charts and your signals and your trading, and it'd be a good way to kind of test out Able trend, see which is better. So let's jump in and we'll take a look. Here's a new one that came into WinTick. WinTick is a list of stocks using daily, weekly charts. So it's for position trading. You only have to check it once a day in the evening. It's for longer term trading. And it always gives us a list of stocks every day that are becoming a new buy signal. Now, that's not good enough for us. We have to have daily and weekly agree. We have to have triple confirmation before we make a trade. Triple confirmation with Able trend means a blue bar, a blue small dot, which is support. These dots are going to block the prices from going lower. The red dots are opposite. So red and blue are opposite. Red means downtrend, and I'm especially talking about these little dots. Blue dots means uptrend. So we got a blue bar, a blue dot, and a blue X. That's the weekly support. And it's blue. If everything is blue, that means we're going to be buying. So the first time we get the combination of a blue bar right there, blue dot and a blue X. There it is. Came in yesterday. We're up $1 already. So if this one pulls back, you don't want to chase after it. If it pulls back, you can get into this one. And this was in the list yesterday. ENTG. It's a daily, weekly stock chart. This was in yesterday's WinTick list. So, nice signal there. So far, so good. Put a stop loss just a couple pennies under the blue dot so that we have a nice wall of protection before we hit our stop loss. Often the prices will come back down, hit the blue dot, bounce off it, and go back up again. So we've got a triple confirmation trade. It's exactly what we look for. It doesn't matter if you trade stocks, futures, Forex, if you do day trading, swing, position trading. That's exactly what you look for on every chart. Good stuff right there. So we'll see what happens. This was one that I showed, that's about 2 months ago now. Just wanted to check up on this. Is TTWO. Came in right here. Blue bar, blue dot, and blue X. Triple confirmation. 3 indicators and 2 different time frames all agreeing it's a good time to buy. Which is, that's a lot of odds in our favor. Blue bar, blue dot, blue X. So we had the buy signal right at 100. Never said to get out. The exit signals are a stop out. We started to stop just a couple pennies below this little blue dot. As the dots go higher, we just lag one level of dots under the price, meaning the second step down. What does that mean? Well, for example, like when the price was here, there's the blue dot under it. There's where the stop loss was. Second row of dots under the price. When the stop price was here, there's the blue dot right under it. There's where the stop was. We just kept moving it higher and higher, as you could see the dots higher and higher. Right now, the stop would be at this row because this row is slightly higher. So right now, by clicking on the crosshairs, the stop loss would be at, we got in at 100, remember. We got a stop loss right now at 113.73. The worst we can do is make 13% or $13 a share. That's a really nice feeling to have. However, we're still in it today. We're at 118. Lots of money on these charts. You just have to have the discipline to follow a couple simple rules. I mean, the rules are really simple, and make the trades. That's the hard part. We can't make the trade for you, or nobody can, and anybody can do anything they want with their money. That's for sure. But if you follow the signals, there's a lot of money on these charts, big money. Here's Costco. This came in. Anybody had Able trend 2 months ago, and trades daily, weekly stock charts. We had a buy signal on Costco at 252 a month and a half ago. We're at 280 today. That's a huge winner. Never said to get out. The software continues to say stay in. You're not going to get into it now. It's too late now. Don't chase after it. But you're certainly going to stay in it if you did take that trade. And Able trend traders who followed the Able trend signals on that day up a lot of money, especially for a call option, which is probably what you're going to get in a $252 stock on that day. Stop losses at 275. Well, that's a great feeling. The worst we can do is make $23 a share. That's a nice feeling. We're certainly playing with house money. and we're going to let it ride. See what happens. Just keep on going higher and higher. Okay, let's take a look at some other. Let's take a look at crude oil. Crude oil is a great intraday trade, strictly for day trading. I mean, I shouldn't say strictly. You can do anything you want with it, but boy, you'd have to have nerves of steel otherwise. It moves around quite a bit. So we've got a buy signal here on crude. Oh, actually, it was got a really nice sell signal earlier, right in here. Then another winner, right? Obviously, when everything is red, triple confirmation. We're going to short it. Down it went. Up it went. And it went a little sideways, and a couple break-even trades. But here's the most one. Here's the big winner. There's the first time you got blue bar, blue dot, blue X. Back we had quadruple, because we even had the double X's, because I've got extra time frames on the chart. But we'll just keep it simple. Not going to get into this, the beginner webinar. We keep it real simple. Just look for blue bar, blue dot, blue X. Nothing else qualifies. That's it. Here, red bar, red dot, red X. And we got out there, break-even trade. Well, we had a beautiful trade right here. In at 56.13, it was wild, but it stayed above the blue dots. That's the key. If you're above these little blue dots, stay in the trade. You're in an uptrend. You're safe. If you have red dots above, that means you have resistance above. You're in a downtrend. Stay in the trade. You're safe. That's the most important thing. You just know those couple simple rules, you're good to go. Blue dots, again, uptrend. Stay in the trade. Abletrend traders who traded crude oil today made a lot of money. That's a 50-cent move. It's a $500 trade, a $500 winner Abletrend gave me, you, and everybody else who uses it. A lot of money, $500 in an hour, less than an hour. Just trading one lot. Clients who tell me they trade 5 and 10 and 20 lots. We keep it real conservative and low risk. Just talking one lot here. It's a $500 move. I think he might be pretty happy with that. I certainly would be. Mini NASDAQ is another, probably is our favorite market to trade, day trade. Abletrend works just as well for Forex, for stocks, for futures. Works just as well. The signals are just as accurate for day trading or long-term trading. Doesn't matter. It's whatever you like to do. That's the nice part about it. You don't have to buy different modules. Buy one, you buy the software, you've got it all. Really good trade at the open today. Triple confirmation sell signal. Now, I put up a tick chart also because I just want confirmation, especially on the sweet spots. And I'll go into that. If you don't have the software, I'll go into that when we do the trading session. It's really simple. I've had clients tell me, I can teach this to my 10-year-old. It's very easy. You just have to keep your emotions aside. Now, that's the hard part. Abletrend has no emotion. That's why it has a fantastic track record and why it works so well. You just have to be able to do it. Not everybody can. And that's okay. Trading's not for everybody. But if you want to be a day trader or any kind of a trader, even a long-term trader, you've got to just follow a couple simple rules. And if you use Abletrend, you'll do very, very well. I'll put it up against any indicator anybody else is trading anytime. In fact, if you don't have the software, or if you're on a trial now, keep doing what you normally do and compare Abletrend for the next month to what you normally do. And if it doesn't, hey, Abletrend isn't better, don't buy it. I wouldn't. Obviously, I wouldn't. So don't, but 99 out of 100 times it's going to do better. And that's for you to decide. Now, I'm just here to help you and show you the right way to use it. You decide if it's better than what you're doing now or not. Simple as that. Beautiful sell signal, first trade of the day. I mean, that worked out really nice. Beautiful sweet spot right in there. And the tick chart agreed. That's the key. You've got to catch that. You've got to catch these trades. Because you need to pick up these big moves. That's the most important thing. There are going to be losing trades. I'll guarantee you that. This is about real-life trading, and I never, ever mislead anybody. Would want that done to me, so I'm not going to do that to anyone else. Sure. But you've got to take all the trades because you just don't know which ones are going to be the winners or losers. Of course, if we knew it wasn't going to be a loser, well, it wouldn't be on the chart. It wouldn't be there to trade. We'd never lose. It'd be perfect. That's an impossibility. Really nice opening trade today, as most trades are when the day first starts. And then it got a little bit on the choppy side. There's a losing trade. I like to point that out. Yeah, we had about 20-point winner earlier. However, no, we lost 5 points on this trade. So you'll kind of get to see the difference there. The losing trades are much smaller than the winners, but they definitely will be losing trades. There's risk in trading, and there's no perfect system, nor is this. Another winning trade right there. We're short right there, triple confirmation. We're exiting right there. Well, that's okay. We got the 5 points back. We lost on the trade before. Really good trade right in here. Right, it was a couple of minutes after the dead zone, so this was kind of optional. We find between 12:30 and 2 Eastern time, a little bit of a dead zone. Stop loss always goes on the bottom of the first entry blue bar of where you have the triple confirmation. It goes on the bottom of the 1 point below the bottom of that blue bar. That's where the initial stop goes. If it happens to be less than 5 points, make it 5 points. We don't want anything less than 5 points. You've got to give it a little bit of room to breathe. Trades don't go straight up and straight down. Of course, they wiggle around. So you've got to give it a minimum of 5 points. We put the stop loss for NQ 1 point below the bottom of that first blue bar with the triple confirmation. If we're going short, we put it 1 point above the top of the red bar. That's all it is. It's a super simple system to learn. And we picked up a huge winner right here. This is about, about 20 points. In at 30, there was some kind of news that came out, and obviously the market spiked. We can use a I wouldn't use a 2 green bar exit. Never. Just everybody can do whatever they want, but I'm just, making suggestions. You don't use a 2 green bar exit unless you have a minimum of 10 points profit. Minimum. And a 2 green bar, so what's that? It's when 2 green bars show up in a row, like right there, we're going to put the stop loss 1 point below the bottom of the lower of the 2 green bars. Because clearly at this point, you're about 20 points in profit. We want to have the least amount of give back as possible. Not going to catch the top. You're not going to catch the bottom. Nobody can do that. Impossible. Of course, anybody can get lucky, but you can't do that consistently. So we're up 20 points on this trade right now. That's $400 per contract for one contract. That's $400 for every one contract, because 20 points in mini Nasdaq is $400, and that's in less than an hour. Now, when I see 2 green bars, now I'm going to use the two green bar exit. We'd have been stopped out right there. But that's a 20-point winner. That's $400. Now, sweet spots is when it pulls back near the blue dot underneath. Doesn't have to go all the way. If it's close enough, that's fine. We're going to let that go. And the bar goes from green back to blue again. But the tick, the 233 500 tick, must agree, because that's a much faster chart. Gets you in and out faster. So the tick we only use for entries only, not for exits. But even if you're close, it's on the borderline, hey, is that a sweet spot? Take it. That's fine if the tick agrees. Doesn't have to be perfect and touch the dot. When it goes from green back to blue again, and the tick agrees, you're right back in. Then it went a little sideways. Of course, we call these no trade zones. Red dots above, blue X's below. The prices are going to get stuck in the middle. And looking at it a half an hour later, that's exactly what happened, just as Abeltrend thought. No trade zone. Here's a losing trade. Lost about 3 or 4 points on this trade. Because we'd be out over there on the red bar with the red dot. Red is down, blue is up. They are complete opposite direction indicators. And then, as we usually do, or not we usually do, the market just always moves it very nicely that last half hour. Just love the first and last hour of the trading day to trade. So many big winners at that time. Of course, the rest of the day is, still fair game too. But from 9:30 to 4, which is New York time, 9:30 to 4, it's 6:30 to 1 Pacific. The first hour, 9:30 to 10:30, or the last hour, 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Love that time to trade. Really big winning trade toward the end of the day too, as it usually has been. Now, you could have stayed in this one technically till 4:15, because that's when the market closes Eastern time. You don't have to get out at 4 o'clock. And clearly, if you're in a winning trade and it's chugging higher like it is right here, 3 minutes to 4, well, why get out? It's still blue. When everything is blue, never get out of a trade. Blue bar, blue dot, blue X, and and obviously it's a buy signal. It would make no sense to get out. It would be like saying, no, I don't want to win more money. I just want to win less. It would just make no sense. Same thing when you're short, and this is after hours, but this is a live market. It's a live chart right now. When you're short and you got red bar, red dot, red X, I say, well, I got a lot of profit. I don't want to give it back. Well, don't give it back. Don't get out on a red bar. I mean, you're not going to pick tops or bottoms. Put that in your head. It's not going to happen. But never get out when you have triple confirmation, red or blue. I mean, that just wouldn't make any sense at all, because you have to pick the big winners up to be successful. You cannot win. Nobody can win unless you pick up these big trends. Otherwise, you've got to win 90% of your trades. Not possible. Because if you go 50-50, it's not good enough. Your commissions eat you up. 60-40, you break even. So you got to really make 80 or 90% to really make any kind of real money. Otherwise, it's just not worth spending all day in front of a computer. But if you pick up the long trends, like Able Trend constantly does every day, as at least one good trend, sometimes 2 or 3. But you've got to take all the trades. And you got to be very disciplined and very focused to do it. Not everybody can. And again, that's okay. It's not for everybody. But if you do it, you're sitting on the chance to make a lot of money. But there will be losing days too. Not here to paint any unrealistic expectations. There will be losing trades. I've said it like 5 times. And there will be losing days. I want to make that clear. I don't like to overpromise. I like to do the opposite, underpromise and then overdeliver. I like when that happens. Good stuff. I think you'll like it, especially if you're new to Able Trend. Okay, a couple quick questions, then we're going to run. Mike Z made 5 points on the first lot, 35 points on the second lot. Woo! Good job, Mike Z. Excellent. Love to hear that. I just love when people win. I take this very serious, what I do here, in showing everybody the right way to use it. So when someone's successful, and fortunately enough, I get a lot of emails like that, I absolutely love it. Michael Hansen, can you show us a loser? Yeah, I think I've showed a couple of them. Fortunately, there weren't that many today, but it's just up an incredible amount of money in the past 2 years for anybody who has the patience to be in front of your computer. You have to be there to be successful, like at anything else, and has the discipline and the focus to take the trades. Not everybody can. The emotions get into play, and I get that. It's okay. It's not for you. Day trading's not for you. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But anybody that is, it's a lot of money on the charts. Carlos, I've showed 3 daily charts already. The first 3 charts I showed were the daily, weekly charts. Do you take a trade, Michael says, after the bar closes? That's when you take it. You have to wait for the bar to close. Yes, sir. Harry, quick, the 500 tick chart has T2 indicator. Can you go over the tick indicator setup? I can do that in a one-on-one trading session. Not now. That'll take 10 or 15 minutes, and I'm already 5 minutes over my time limit. But I'll gladly do that if you want to give me a call tomorrow, and I'll show that to you. And matter of fact, I can even email you the step-by-step setup. Mike C got out at 10:24 green bar when it broke to. Good job. So glad to hear that. Great day, Michael. Hugh, can I use this on NinjaTrader? Yes, but NinjaTrader 8 is much better than 7. I don't recommend using it on 7. I certainly didn't recommend it on 8. Oh, you're welcome, Harry. What is the best time frame for day trading? 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute chart, just like I'm showing, Michael. It's up over 150,000 in 2 years. Again, just trading one lot, but you have to take all the trades. Actually, it's a lot more than that, but I'm lowballing it because I like to underpromise and overdeliver. I hate when people exaggerate things and try and get me to, like I'm stupid. I hate that. So I do the complete opposite and underpromise. But those are what the results show, and they're all on the website, sir. Would it work with range charts? It might, but it's so great with minute charts that we have, this is what we use. It's like, if something's working so great for a couple of years now, why change? But yeah, you can certainly try it with range charts if you like, Carlos. It's worth a try. We don't have them available on Able Trend, but if you have something like, If you have something like a Ninja Trader, yeah, that'll be fine. Cheryl, the key is to pick up the big winners, and there were 3 20-point winners today. 3. That's the key. Now, you have to follow the rules and stick with them and be very focused and disciplined. There were 3 5-point losers. There were 3 20-point winners. Anybody who took those trades, took the sweet spot, had a very good day today. The problem is not everybody does it. They don't get focused. They move away. They forgot. They didn't see something. And that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. But I just went over the chart right here. There's 1 5-point loser here, to be really specific. 1 5-point loser there. That's the second one. You had a 20-point winner at the end of the day today. No reason anybody shouldn't have caught that one. This was optional. This was another 20-point winner here. In fact, it was 25 points, but it was optional because it was 10 minutes after the dead zone. So I didn't even count that one. I didn't even count that because I want to be real fair. Otherwise, there was only 2. This is a trade right here. There were 3 5-point losers today. That's it. And there were actually 3 20-point winners, but I'm only going to say 2 because one was during the dead zone, which is optional. Some people trade during that time, and it's perfectly fine. We just use that as optional. So if anybody was very focused and followed the rules today, they had a very good day. Today, yesterday, another good day, and all of last week. The dead zone, again, Michael, is from 12:30 to 2 Eastern. It's optional to trade during that time. The rest of the day, everything was perfect. I just showed all the winners, Cheryl. I just showed that. I just did that. I showed you the sweet spot here. I showed you and then I showed you again. I'm not including the dead zone. And then you had the trade at the end of the day. I mean, it should be real clear on the chart. Right here. How about the last half hour? That's 25. That's 20 points right there. And then again in the beginning of the day, look at that trade right there, right at 9:32. Doesn't get much better than that. Saying how come there are different time frames? Would it matter? Yeah, of course. Every time frame has different signals, whether it's Able Trend or any other indicator in the world. Of course, yes, sir. Every time frame has different signals. For day trading, we use the 1, 2, 3 chart. Again, Michael, 233, 500 tick. It's right here on the top, sir. Again, right here. 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute. Right there is where it gives you the charts. If you have a 1 month trial, I believe everybody gets 1 30-day trial. If you had one, that's okay. You can then get a 1 year or a permanent license, and I'll gladly do a one-on-one trading session with you. But I'll put this up against any time frame, any indicator, any other program. And again, please compare it to continue to use what you normally use when you're doing a 30-day trial so that you can really give it a fair comparison. I mean, if yours is better, forget Able Trend. Delete it. Forget it. Don't use it. Haven't seen one yet, but I'm sure it's out there. It has to be. And then, of course, again, here's a 3-minute, 9-minute chart. If you want to keep it real simple, have less trades because the VIX is under 14, as I've been saying for years in all these webinars, and everybody on their 30-day trial gets the trading rules and gets the webinar, these recordings of these webinars. The problem is people don't open up their email or they delete it, and that part I can't control. But here's a 3-minute, 9-minute chart. Great day today. No losing trades on that. You'd have a short signal at the open. There's your stop out right there. First trade of the day, plus 25. Break even over here. Long over here, and that was plus 40. Well, let's even say 30. Just for whatever reason you just missed out on 10 points. No reason anybody should have. But, 3-9 chart, as I've said probably 100 times in the past, and it's in every email that I send out to everybody when they first get an, and I never send junk. Don't erase the emails. That would be a problem. If the VIX is under 14, you have the option to trade the 3-minute, 9-minute chart. It usually works just as good, if not better. I probably said it 50 times, and that's just an option. I'm only here to help. And I take what I do very seriously, as anybody who knows by now. Very serious. Okay, great. Thanks everyone for being here. I'm always available to help. I can help you more in a 5 or 10 minute phone conversation than looking and watching 10 of these webinars. Obviously, we can get more done in a one-on-one trading session. So let me know if I can help anytime, and have a great night, everyone.